idea behind it. I think it's actually been a smart lane pick as well, and then into siege comps. But it's not really been powerful enough to give them wins on red side.
That's exactly right, but we are into Champions Select, ladies and gentlemen. Bans coming through thick and fast. The Soraka and Caitlyn are going to be removed from CLG. Definitely. I just love seeing these weird bans, but it's just so understandable. The bottom lane here out of CLG have been able to mix it up and do such good things. Pretty standard on the side of CLG as far as their bans are concerned. Nidalee and Zed going to be taken away from Perks and Trick.
Yeah, I assume D2 is looking for like a second rotation Lucian pick. They expect the standard top picks like a jungler and a top laner to go in the first rotation, then they get a Lucian pick.
Wow,
and they try and play like these bully lanes.
Poppy going to be banned away. Darshan there towards the top side of the map. Maokai, of course, still left up. Azir a big pick. Rise there at the same time. There are lots of champions available, of course. In CLG games, it does tend to happen with the necessity of the Soraka and the Caitlyn, but Bard is up as well. There's a lot of picks.
There's a lot of good picks here, and it's fun to see. We have one top lane ban, we have one jungle ban as well. So you still have like Graves, Kindred, you still have Maokai, and Echo in there, so you can trade almost everything. Maokai is still like a fantastic pick. Trundle I actually like as well, that ban. But you also, when it's G2, you gotta always consider Braum, because they really want to play Braum for hybrid. We know Aphromoo can play it as well, but Kindred is the standard one. CLG can say, fine, we'll take a Graves. That's going to be our pick into it. We don't need to pick it now. So they could actually go, if they want to steal away a support, they could go like Braum, and then for their preferred top lane choice in either Maokai or Echo.
Well, Darshan actually looking at the Maokai for now.
That's another one.
Yeah, putting a lot of emphasis on the Lucian, and they make up their minds immediately here. So locked in, the tree and the gunslinger himself. And now G2 with their picks. Echo makes a lot of sense. Of course, we've got 3 top laners here at this tournament at the moment.
Not a Teemo, but I really like the Lucian choice as well, because it's clear that G2 were aiming to get Lucian in that second rotation.
Yep.
With banning Caitlyn away and try and have a stronger 2v2. Also, Lucian, as a pick in lane, does more than fine versus a Braum. It's very easy to dodge out of his Q, and therefore he never really gets to play that aggressive against a Lucian specifically. So I think that's a very, very smart first pick. And also, you give it over to Stixxer. You know, let him be that carry in the team fights.
Well, it is going to be the Bard locked in here for G2. Perks is having a little bit of fun. Teemo Hover getting the crowd a little bit excited here as CLG now with their second last couple of picks.
And that's the thing for G2 right now. I mean, you don't really play for anything other than beating
Perks
NA.
Is having a laugh on the desk right now. Feeling good.
Exactly. And beating playing just to beat NA is also important for like a European team. So G2 definitely will look to probably play very aggressive. We'll try and look to see if they can get an early advantage and take down CLG and try and annoy them and force them into a potential 3-way tiebreaker.
Oh, look, Darshan said it right. You know, this is a team that has been overly aggressive. But if you manage to make things work with that over-aggression, you can snowball things out of control.
Or if you don't, you just lose almost every game.
Yep. Look, that has been sort of what has been happening here as Braum and Graves are going to be locked away here from CLG. Denial. But, of course, the Bard was already there, and the Graves makes a lot of sense. The third rung of the jungle slot.
Yeah, I really feel like CLG are very, very happy to see some of these early picks from G2, because, again, you trade jungle. Sure, a lot of people would value the Kindred above it, but also, like, you now get Braum to stop the Bard Q, which is great. And you also get a support who can really punish if people overextend. You know, tag one guy, focus him out when he steps too far, kill him instantly. It's actually been one of the big issues for G2 playing against things like Braum. Yeah. Where they just step too far and one guy gets CC'd and he goes down.
And a team with CLG's communication is just fantastic with the Braum. Just, if you have that target prioritization, Aphromoo can just say, I've tagged this guy, let's stun him and kill him, move on to the next one. But the lock-ins here for G2, that is the full lineup there, as it is Kalista and the LeBlanc that have been taken away. Blind pick LeBlanc is ballsy. We'll see who he is going to take into it. Aurelion Sol is being hovered for now, and we'll see what Aphromoo decides for his mid laner.
Yeah, he's picked that against Azir and Zillion, so not the big assassins,
right? Yeah.
Azir could also be a choice. Ryze is another good one. Definitely like Ryze against LeBlanc, because it's very, very easy for you to lock her down when she goes aggressive. With Rune Prison, you can run teleport as well. So if you do struggle in the laning phase, you can just use TP back to lane early on. Otherwise, CLG are drafting, like, in my opinion, the perfect comp against G2 at the moment. Because all of this has like single target CC, double teleport to react to the very aggressive plays G2 will pull off and mess up.
Yeah.
And you have...
Pull off or mess up? Which one, Deficio?
Well, they would pull them off, and they also... Well, okay, they would start them, and then they will mess them up, most likely. And then you can just react with double TP, lock down a single target. You have great AoE damage and great late game scaling as well. So even if you do have a few issues early on,
yeah,
you're going to be great later on.
Looking at that fantastic stage as the champions are switched around effectively. It's looking terrifying on the side of CLG, a team that not only strategically has looked fantastic on the Rift as well. That comeback victory, coaches are going to shake hands. Look, ladies and gentlemen, we do want to hear from you. Make sure you tweet at LOL Esports and let us know with CLG win or G2 win who is going to be able to take this one, because this is the last chance for Europe, the last chance for G2 to really make their mark at this tournament. And against CLG, there's no team they'd rather beat.
Definitely not, and CLG need to win this game here to guarantee that second place, avoiding RNG and facing Flash Wolves instead.
Exactly right, but we are going to load up onto the Rift. CLG on the red side this time around. You did mention that maybe not with as many red side options. The counter pick was, of course, almost unnecessary because the Rise so coveted at the moment.
So in a game like this, it wasn't a problem because we had no mid lane bans and Rise was there, Azir was another option, and Perks also, of course, had to blind pick his mid laner, so now it was perfectly fine for Hui. He gets a good matchup in the mid lane, and we talked about, again, you know, Braum against the Bard. Braum can stop some of the Bard Qs coming in. Obviously, Bard will have much lower cooldown, so it's about baiting out that shield. Once the shield is down, you can then try and set up a play. And G2, man, I mean, they want to just get these standard lanes, play as aggressive as possible in these 2v2s. Might even see early ganks from Trick. Get Perks rolling, get Emperor rolling, and then see if you can close out the game.
Yeah, well, at the moment, G2 setting up defensively. Kikis is going to move down the jungle. This Trick going to proc the sapling.
Oh, they're going to annoy the saplings. Kikis just checking the bush here when they walk in. Lashawn is going to try and zone them off, though, protect his little babies back there.
Storm Raider's Surge is actually the one picked up here by Hui. Strength of the Age is the only other option here for Rise. Otherwise, pretty standard across the board. No Strength of the Ages to be picked up from Trick. So he's going to opt for a little bit more aggression. Yeah, surprise, surprise.
Very, very normal. Fervor of Battle, definitely the best on Kindred as well. And we get the 2v2 lanes. So CLG are confident enough they can play this 2v2 lane against G2.
And if there's ever a lane that, you know, you're comfortable going 2v2 against the Bard with, it is going to be that Braum. Braum Lucian has been known to be fantastic and get those stuns very quickly. We'll see whether they are going to be able to make it work here as they take down the Gronk first up.
And of course, we saw Hui grab the Raptors there, the small ones, meaning he just needs to kill one of the range minions, plus he's 3 melees, and he actually levels up to level 2. So he's going to get it very, very soon. Perks opting to trade just before he gets it. So the timing is there. He understands, okay, I can't jump in right after. Just wait for that 1 minute to die. Now all in bot lane.
Yeah, there it is. The exhaust goes down. Hybrid is going to be able to make it to relative safety. Of course, skill shots were missed on both sides. But Aframu just showing that, yeah, they came to play.
Yeah, but if Aframu had hit that skill shot first, they might have been able to land a stun on Hybrid. Get him even lower.
They did get the flash.
Got the flash though, so they can be happy with the trade. Used exhaust only on the side of Aframu, but good start. And again, we talk about CLG knowing this lane. Lucian Braum, they are confident they can play it into a Bard Kalista, and that's why I really like the takeaways, especially the Lucian in that first rotation, because I think Emperor needs that champion to carry.
Yeah, I also really like it with the fact that they have the extra push power with that piercing light being taken first. So CLG just utilizing their slight advantage in the 2v2. Smithy is going to be taking his blue buff here after that red went down earlier on. We'll see whether he makes any aggressive movements. You can see that is going to be the kindred mark of Wolves towards the top side of the map on that Rift Scuttler. We'll see whether Trick is going to be able to get over there and grab it, or the CLG are going to play the denial game.
Everything else very, very standard. Obviously, Mana Crystal start for Hui, so you can go back early, get a tier, start stacking it, get that scaling rolling, even though Rise sitting on a tier and a Catalyst is actually enough to almost 1v1 anything.
Yep.
The fantastic thing about Rise, like you think, oh yeah, you just want to scale right now for about, what, 20 minutes? Like, nope, I can actually kill you already. Just sitting on mana items, so Hui is going to be just fine in the mid lane. Smithy down bottom side, because no flash from Hybrid, remember.
Oh, well, you can see Pierce actually flies through. Aframu taken below half.
Why is Hybrid stepping that far forward, though?
My goodness, end of the line comes down, but doesn't find too much damage on Ember here. Magical Journey from Hybrid. Interestingly placed, but unnecessary there.
Such a risky play, though. You have no flash. There's actually nothing you can do. You step forward anyway, and you just queue straight into a minion wave.
Yeah.
That was like a chance, you know, you can pull off a gank there from McSmithy, but obviously CLG valued getting that farm first and couldn't just rush forward. Would have given the gank away much earlier. So nothing happening right now other than a jungler showing, meaning Trick can actually invade, find that single Raptor that was left.
Yep, pretty cute there, leaving a ward in there so that the Raptor's sense is not going to be all that useful clearing out the jungle. Not that there are any wards, but if there were, it'd be pretty useful. Kickus now pushing Darshan around a little bit, but the Christmas tree more than happy just to sit back, pick up whatever minions he can, go about his day.
And we are expecting Maokai to fall slightly behind. Not anything massive, really, for himself. He can clear out the wave fairly easily and avoid like a big push in and getting tower dove. Obviously, once Kindred hit level 6, we can start looking for them when you need more time. When you gank a Maokai, you dive a Maokai, it's not like just 2 hits and he's dead. You need that Kindred ulti in there to buy a bit more time for yourself before you can jump out of tower. But again, Maokai can wave clear fairly easily, keep the wave in control around the mid side or around the middle lane. Middle of the lane, because it's not the middle lane.
Well, this is the middle lane.
This is the middle lane, yeah.
Who he is actually standing back here, understands. Spidey senses were tingling as Trick heads in, looking for potentially something. Just stay back there, Huhi. No need to go too far up.
This is a great thing about Huhi. He understands his role.
Yeah.
So well. There's no reason for him to try and be like aggressive with early trading against Perks here. He's running teleport against an offensive summoner, against a champion who can lock him down very, very easily, and then he can get ganked. And that's the way for G2 to kind of snowball this game and win this game. So instead he's saying, you know what, I'm perfectly fine waiting back here. I don't need to overextend for CS. I'm gonna be ahead in farm once this wave even hits the tower. So he's not playing over-aggressive. And he also knows his role in team fights. Often it's about Stixxay being the main damage dealer and Hui trying to like pull attention.
Oh my god, yeah, speaking of which, Hui just going to get destroyed. Perks with the 1v1, lands everything he needs to.
I don't think he realized Perks just hit level 6 when he went in there for that quick trade.
Yep, Caster Curse really coming out trumps that.
It happened last game as well.
Yeah.
But like technically he's doing his job right. He's staying at tower, he's waiting for the minions. Perks hit level 6 way before this though, so he couldn't be surprised. Just get hit by everything and taken down.
That's called an unloading that he just could not stand up to. Catalyst not able to be purchased as he goes back to base, but a little bit of extra health with the Ruby Crystal will hopefully help him not get obliterated. But that's only double Dorans from Perks.
I'm sorry, CLG. Talking about, you know, yeah, great job.
Don't you be laughing too much to Fisher. We know how you feel about this. Well, Emperor actually might be in trouble here. One more auto attack gets the stun. Unbreakable's down there from Aphromo as Stixxay has the ignite on him. You see Trick is already down here. Nice Cosmic Binding from Hybrid. G2 playing the lane okay. CLG still up and aggressive.
Point still stands. Couldn't predict that Perks was able to hit everything and just take out Hui in one combo right there.
Yeah,
Apart from that, you know.
Otherwise, getting everything correct. I understand.
Yeah, you know, understanding his role and whatever.
Yeah. He was underneath his turret. Like, he couldn't have got any closer to his turret for safety than that. Perks just ignored it. So he now relegating himself to clearing out some puppies, thinking that the PvE life might be where he belongs. Not having to deal with this very scary witch lady in the mid lane.
Yeah, it was now a level above him as well. And as you said before, couldn't even get the full catalyst on his first back. G2 saying, we're going to bring more.
Yeah, Magical Journey is going to be delivered. Fate's Call comes down. Who are you going to get knocked into the air? In goes Perks as well. There's the chains that land. Emperor is going to lock down the kill with the Rend. Xmitty over here. There's the flash out from Darshan as they're looking for Hybrid. He's got no mana and just going to get destroyed. Now Emperor forced to use the flash, but Aphromo just going to get the point blank Winter's Bite. Says, yeah, that's all I need.
Understanding
picks it up.
His role right there.
His role as a target?
I'm going to make sure they're going to 3-man gank me, dive between 2 towers, and then my team is going to TP in behind them and get 2 kills. Or maybe they're going to get another kill. No, because now Trick is going very aggressive and Hui is joining in with teleport.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see. It's debate. I'm like,
once again,
guys,
you're a genius, Deficio.
I'm falling behind. Oh, you could maybe dive me here. And then it did. And instant reaction by CLG.
He's doing a bear impression, by the way, guys. But let's have a look at this one again.
All right, so first of all, he actually should flash here. This is a very easy flash by Hui to avoid dying, and he still gets the bait, so it would have been the same situation. Because now CLG joins in. Obviously, Hybrid has been tanking the tower. Darshan with a good flash here, and then it's 2 very easy kills. You can see Aphromo on your minimap coming up as well. So we just wanted to see a flash there from Hui out of the Fate's Call, and then everything else would have worked out just fine for CLG. Also got the bot lane tower because of the roam by G2. And very clear the game plan is, oh, we got a lead in one lane. Okay, let's try and get even further ahead in that lane. If maybe we can get Perks to like a 3-0, he can start moving around the map and snowballing everything else. I don't think investing your AD carry support in the laning phase very early on in the game to dive between two towers is the safest play. But it's not been the G2 style here at MSI.
Yeah, exactly. It's not about safety. It's about just going super ham. And if it works, it works. And it has been this game. G2 actually finding a little bit more success than they otherwise would be. There were some unfortunate plays in their first game of the day that just didn't quite go their way. This time, though, they killed the Rise. That's all we really need to think about.
And it's not often we see a player being 0-2 and still having flash ready. But that's, again, another bait. Because now G2's saying, he probably did use flash, right? Yeah, let's try and gank him again. And then he's going to flash away.
Or he's going to flash onto Perks, room prison him. Nick Smithy's going to be there with all the Graves burst damage.
Yeah, he's still leveled down, and Perks has completed first item, which is a massive power spike. So he's still happy. Also managed to run away from the fight. Everything else is not standard at all, because we've just had a tower dive between two towers, from a bot lane, and also lost bot tower from it. So it's not standard, but it's something.
Certainly is. Junglers, though, very even right now as Trick tries to take down the pink ward. Only a couple of auto attacks. Will be able to get it. They're extraordinarily even. One extra CS here for the Kindred after that ward goes down. But as far as leads are concerned, it's Stixxay with the lead towards the bottom side. Something that we probably could have predicted based on how well he's been playing. But also, the focus here as Stixxay just uses the Relentless Pursuit. That's going to get him to safety. Not quite able to find the wall. It's Hybrid. He just dies. Tempered Fate a little bit late. Hybrid going to bite the dust. CLG, they were getting collapsed on, but yeah.
Yeah. I like how Aftermove was like, I actually don't even need to help you.
Yeah.
I'm just going to run you on the side, take a few pictures, you know, grab a selfie, and then Hybrid goes down.
Yeah. Oh, dear. Well, Emperor now trying to do what he can. There's the flash into the Glacial Fissure. A casual movement to the side is going to get Emperor to relative safety, but he just gets destroyed. That's all they needed. Kick is going to make his way in, but the exhaust still there for Afromoo, and Stixxay's just having a field day. Thank you very much, says Afromoo. I'll pick up the kill. Still the assist for the Lucian. He's feeling all right.
Yeah, so Kikis thought actually he could stay alive for longer because Trick was running down. That's why he completed a teleport instead of just canceling it. But he's building MR, and he joined in to the lane with the AD carry, so he died.
Yeah, exactly right. Magic Eternity comes in here. Hybrid is going to get stunned up eventually. Stixxay dealing with Trick right now. He's going to get stunned, but so Stixxay and destroyed. Afromoo not going to be able to quite find too much. Winter's Bite does a heck of a lot of damage. Trick did have the ultimate if he needed it. Not going to be. G2 grab a couple of kills.
Right, CLG tried to push out the lane and then started recalling. Getting caught out in the middle of the lane. So Afromoo first. Forcing the Duke to the side and then landing the first hit. And now Kikis is like, guys, I'm buying time. Look here on your minimap. Kikis is running, Trick is running down. But again, it's an MR Sheen Echo. Got stunned and died.
Yeah.
And then CLG started recalling and G2 came in. Got 2 more kills. And we're now 9 kills at 12 minutes. Small lead for CLG.
I like it though. Bloodthirsty game, G2.
I mean, yeah, you're getting what you want.
Yeah, damn right. Smithy going to start off the Dragon here on his own. Does have some backup coming in the form of Stixxay and Huhi. Now going to be able to grab this one relatively easily. Dragon number 1. The Trick would probably like. Does have that Devourer. Going to miss out on those 5 stacks. The CLG locked that one down. So 6% stats. Feeling good. Yeah,
Trick is a jungler who prefers farming champions.
Yep.
That's the way he wants to do it. And instead of going for these boring dragons, like, who cares? Yeah. It's barely doing anything to you. Instead, you collect trophies. It has to be skulls of CLG.
The Rengar player in him coming out. CLG are going to be able to get a little bit of damage down onto that mid turret, but otherwise not too much. Quite short range is this squad. See whether they can get to the point where Darshan is so big, they can just ignore those turrets, tank them up, take things through, but is something that G2 could possibly play towards, even though their comp is not all that long range itself.
Yeah, this is what we like though. When you're against the LeBlanc lane, you just group on the lane because she can't really wave clear then, especially when there's a Braum standing right next to her. In case she did jump in earlier, she could have just been tagged and stunned. Kikis now might be in trouble. Actually, no, Smithy's, he's in trouble.
Oh, his tower's in trouble anyway, but...
Good little wave clear.
Things up. Yeah.
It's a very underrated thing about Echo top. Again, you have really good early wave clear, which makes it a lot harder for teams to set up these dives when they gather the big minion wave and move in towards you. Xmithy trying to get a ward, but he's actually going to get collapsed on.
Yeah, going to get Pinsent. Hybrid's coming in as well as the Time Winder is going to get relatively dodged. Uses the ultimate to get himself out of the way, but Parallel Convergence. Will he find the stun? Trick is going to grab it.
Trick farming champions.
Yep, that's my boy.
Starting right there. Xmithy moving in when he actually had no control in River to place a ward. And it's so annoying for a jungler because you just want to get that little ward over the wall so you can see the blue buff and the grump and you actually get good deep vision. And then you just want to run away. Like, you never actually want to stay.
Well, there's the ward. So
the ward is
did
there.
Get one thing.
Yeah, he got the ward in.
Oh, Perk's going to get slowed down by the Winter's Bite here as Stixxay trying to get damage onto this turret. The ultimate goes off. Perk's actually going to get locked down, and he's not going to be able to distort He is going to be able to distort the minions away because the man has balls of steel. Now going to be able to clear out the minion wave. But CLG flexing some muscles in the mid lane.
Yeah, it's the stuff, though. CLG were just missing one more member there to actually kill Perks, and that was going to be the Rise if you looked at the push from before when we talked about it. Still get a lot of damage on it to have pressure in multiple lanes. Giving up one kill here didn't really stop CLG from keep pushing. Also because G2 invested so much to getting that one kill on Xmithy. In the end, though, we have a top lane tower getting taken down. We have a mid lane tower that's very low, and it's just a matter of time before CLG can take down both of them and get quite a big gold lead.
Well, we'll see whether they can, as the Rod of Ages has now been completed by Huhi. Do have, of course, Morellonomicon coming up here for Perks, but Abyssal Scepter is there already. A little bit of defensive flavor, but I like it. Huhi's getting to the point where he's quite difficult to deal with. Just has that Seraph's Embrace to finish off for now. We'll see whether he goes for something like an Abyssal Scepter to stop Perks' damage and also buff his own. Darshan, of course, does do a little bit of magic damage. Makes a bit of sense.
Of course, and we got a Trick and his Devour here. Needs 28 more kills to get it fully stacked.
That feels like a lot.
It's called late game scaling.
Yeah, good. We scaling, boys. We
do. We do.
I like it. Hybrid.
Because he's obviously not farming anything else.
So 28 more champions to come in.
We'll see if it happens.
Yeah, well, CLG just going to brute force the mid lane. Able to pick that one up with the minion wave. A little bit of mispositioning there as Perks was answering the split push of Huhi in the bottom side. 30 CS in the lead, though, and a kill and assist ahead. Perks, he's the one that's able to make things work as Huhi. He's having a look at the shop, but he's got a fair bit of health, so he's going to be fine. Emperor. I was going to say narrowly avoided, but he just used the move continuously in one direction strategy to stop that one.
Afternoon got baited from before. Oh, TP top lane. They're actually coming two-man. Collapsing on Kikis here.
Yeah, it is. The Rise actually blows the ultimate there as well to try and catch up to Kikis, who's just going to turn around. Understands there's a lot of people. Parallel Convergence not going to find the stun just yet. As there's the culling out. Ripto going to help out.
He's alive.
CLG with a sixth man. Kickers is still
he's not alive.
Yeah, no, definitely not. End of the line is indeed the end of the line. As Xmithy going to lock down that kill, but G2 is still able to get something from it.
That was a good play by Kikis, buying so much time. CLG had to set up 4 guys to try and take him down, and then to lose bot tower for it. No dragon, though, to be picked up. Instead, CLG straight back to the mid lane again. They got these early towers now. Are ahead in gold, pushing down even further.
No minion wave, though, so not going to be able to get any damage onto this inner turret. Tempered Fate was, of course, there if Hybrid wanted to defend or anything like that.
There's a ward behind CLG. Up in this tri-bush here, Kikis had a ward place.
They're pinging it as well.
Yeah, do they want to try and set up a kill?
Instantly, as soon as he gets back up, Kikis is teleporting in their Trick. Now as well, does have the ultimate available, but there's a big ult from Aphromoo, the Glacial Fissure, locking people down. There's the exhaust, but it's not enough to stop Emperor from picking up the kill. Blade of the Ruined King comes down. This is massive for G2 as the heal comes out, but Darshan is huge. What a monstrous tree in this front line, and he's just walking around, smacking people down. In goes Perks. He's able to lock down one onto Stixxay, but is the tree going to be able to find him? There it is, punched in the head with a big old tree root.
G2 went a little bit too early here. The TP plan was actually smart, but Kikis was so far away from the team, and also the ulti missed from Hybrid to start the fight, and also really buy a bit more time. You know, okay, Kikis, you have 2 more seconds now to come here, set up this perfect fight. And instead, CLG are able to turn around. Look here, TP is going to come so far behind. This ulti is supposed to hit from Hybrid to buy more time as well for Kikis to join. Now they're actually fighting without a front line on the side of G2. And Stixxay is getting free hits off Hybrid or Huhi, understanding his role.
Yeah.
You know, hey guys, hit me.
Engage.
Ignore Stixxay. He's just standing right next to him, hitting everyone. Will go down in the end due to Perks getting that last kill. But CLG wins the fight. It was a good setup, honestly, by G2, but executed very poorly.
Yep. Darshan just wishing everyone a Merry Christmas. He smacks them all in the face. The tree really doing some work now. 3-0-3. Has the Sunfire Cape, has the Spirit Visage. He's going to be a problem moving forward because we saw Kikis just melted. He's got that early Sheen that he picked up, doesn't have the Sunfire Cape, only has the Spectre's Cowl. He's got the poor man's version.
Yeah, he's got to buy everything.
Yeah, with the 2 items that Darshan has finished.
Want some Spirit Visages, I want a Sunfire, give me an Iceborne Gauntlet.
Look at all the things I want.
Sadly, you need gold to get them. You're 0-3.
And look who's in control of Christmas at the moment. Darshan, he ain't giving the gifts out to Kikis this year.
Could just give him 1.
Yeah, I know.
Just be a nice guy, give him 1.
You gave him a cute little knife and a ring. Other than that, I mean, that's all. Like, Darshan kept the rest for himself. He's making it work for him as well. 3,000 gold to lead here for CLG with a couple of hundred added on top.
Oh, Kikis the flank again. We've seen this a few times. Didn't really work, but they might be trying again.
Yeah, Huhi as well, deep in enemy territory right now as he's looking to try and help take down this blue buff. Perks is going to be able to lock it in, but CLG so aggressively positioned. The tree is over the wall, through the wall, might I add. Cosmic Binding is going to go wide. Trying to grab the inside track here on the mid lane, but Minion Wave is not quite in the right place.
We have to remember, G2, they can technically set up a fancy little play. Imagine like Hybrid's ulti, and then you put Kikis W on top of it. So once they pop out, he jumps in, he stuns multiple members.
Perfectly timed,
It will look fantastic.
Into the double distortion out of Perks, as there is a
some
lock.
of it.
There it is!
No!
Oh, slightly mistimed. There's the theory, but unfortunately didn't quite work. But Huhi going down very low. Darshan, massive, as there's the ultimate out of Trick, but saving the members of CLG a lot. Kikis in there, double kills, massive out of the tree, and G2 are melting.
So close.
Darshan hasn't taken damage.
We almost saw the combo.
Baron.
And
did.
CLG also destroyed G2 in another fight here. Perks is still full HP, has ulti and everything.
He's the hero we need.
Is this the play? European mid laners have a habit of randomly stealing Barons.
Well, the teleport is coming down here from CLG. So he's going to make his way back in. Chains are going to land. He's just going to distract. He says, you're welcome to kill me, Perks. We want a Baron buff, and we want it now.
You get it, Atlas. You get it.
Yeah, I'm starting to understand.
CLG, though, takes the Baron, takes another team fight. So, technically, Hybrid is supposed to ulti first. They now do it at the same time, which is why, obviously, this doesn't work. And G2, at this point, it's very hard for him to win the fight. Perk's not able to get the first distortion hit either. CLG have the Kindred ulti as well. They don't actually, it's both teams having the Kindred ulti, but in the end, no one can kill the Maokai, first of all. Kalista is behind. She can't kill tanks, like, at all. At this point, she needs so much time. Perks is not really able to get into the backline either, because every time he gets close, well, there's enough CC to just lock him down. Can be a Rise, Rune Prison, can be just attack from the Braum, and then a few hits from Stixxay.
I feel like Darshan's been using cheat codes, man. It's like he's got the immortality buff on himself. Because that last team fight, I mean, he's supposed to be a tank. He was killing everyone. 5-0-4 now. This guy's a monster. They're knocking on the front door here with this Baron buff, and they're not stopping. That turret's going to fall down. Smithy just deletes Kikis. Tank? Nuh-uh. As the inhibitor is going to fall down as well.
Kikis still didn't complete a full item yet. You gotta...
Yeah.
He's still sitting.
It's going to be okay.
So many different things. And Darshan is just in the front line.
Almost immune to damage. Almost down to about half health. But what was that? The ultimate didn't even have a chance to be used there out of Trick. This is going to be CLG finishing the game. The last Nexus turret is going to fall. Perks is down so low. CLG just turning it on against the Europeans. And that is going to lock up the second place for North America.
Another great game by CLG, and they're showing that right now they deserve that second place
Damn
in
right.
the standings. Fantastic group stage from them. Came in saying, you know, we're going to prove that we actually are a very, very good team.
They certainly have done that, and it's not just the bottom lane this time. I'm really glad that you taught me about Huhi there in the mid lane, doing exactly what his job was, and that was Darshan stepping it up. That Maokai play was brilliant, not necessarily the champions that he's known for, sort of has been that carry in the past, but he was just a rock, well, a tree.
A tree.
Very large lump of timber
cosplaying,
on the top side of the map.
A rock cosplaying as a tree.
Yeah.
But we see such a big difference because CLG seem in full control whenever it comes to like setting up these teleports, and whenever G2 is trying anything aggressive, no one panics at all on the side of CLG.
No.
They know exactly what to do, like that engage near the blue buff, where we had to kick his TP way behind. Suddenly a few things are missing from G2, now missing the Bard ulti as an example. Instant turnaround by CLG, taking the fight, winning the fight. They're playing extremely well, both if we look at the macro part, but also if we look at, of course, the team fighting. Individual performances from some of these players. Now, Dashawn came into this tournament not being the greatest tank player, but he's just been getting better and better and better every single day.
Yeah, and he's been playing the favorite 3 champions there towards the top side of the map, and he most certainly has made it his own style. That Maokai was just so frightening, though. 5-0-5 at the end of the game. And he was playing it like he was a carry, honestly. He was using his Vengeful Maelstrom to finish people off.
I mean, that's the beauty, right? When you start getting ahead and the other team is playing a composition that needs to snowball from the early game. Had a good start with the first blood from Perks, but then decided to say, let's invest everything. You know, the roam up from Hybrid and Emperor, which obviously backfired completely, diving between 2 towers. That's the kind of stuff we've seen from G2 that obviously tells us, again, these guys right now are not a team. Like, it's like 5 individual players on the map. Everyone is trying to be the carry because they know they can't win through teamwork or communication. So it's definitely not the same team, but we've said that for 4 days now, 5 days. They didn't show up. Massive disappointment, honestly, overall for Europe as a region.
It has been.
And now they can go back and focus on the summer split of the EU LCS.